Hi, this is Jesse with Adventures West, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a fish dart. I started making these when I was about 10 years old. Started out using a chopstick, carving them out of wood, and ended up going to a metal nail, but this is what it looks like. It's a 16D 3.5 inch nail, and I cut a barb into the front of it, as you can see. I attach line to it in the back of the cone and make a waterproof cone. I use a 1 liter or 20 ounce bottle and tie the line to that and feed this back into my blowgun backwards and then shoot it out. And I'm going to show you how to make it. So what you need for this is I like using the 3.5 inch 16D nail. It's heavy, but it's thick, and the weight actually helps us getting through the water to penetrate a fish. And the width is good because you need to cut into it to make a pretty good barb so it'll stick really well. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to cut a notch into the head of your nail. It's going to look like that. So what you'll need is you'll need the nails. You're going to need a metal file for this. You'll need duct tape, some 20-pound test. You can use smaller if you want, but 20-pound test is good. You can use a bottle if you want. You could even wrap it on your hand. That's what I used to do. And you're going to need a hacksaw and some scissors. So what you're going to do to make that V in the nail is you'll take your hacksaw and you'll start in the top of the nail, cut a groove into it. Once you get the groove started, take your file and put it on an edge at an angle like this, and you file it down so you get that V. And you want the bottom of the V to be flush with the shaft of the nail, so it looks like that. And that's where you're going to attach your line, and your line or knot will sit in that. Once you have that done, what you're going to want to do is put your file flat on the tabletop, and you're going to want to put a real good sharp point on the point of your nail, and you just go like this, and you roll the nail as you're going, and it will eventually come down to a nice sharp point like that. The next stage is going to be making the barb. You want the barb to end up about 2/3 of the way through the nail. You're going to want to angle it back towards the point like that so it has a real good catching barb. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hacksaw and if you don't have, a good thing to have is like a clamp or a vise. That's going to save you a lot of time when you're making this. But if you don't have one, I'm going to make it, basically like I don't have one, so that not everybody has a vise sitting around their garage. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get it started, get a groove started in the nail, and angle it down. Once you get it started, you can see which direction that's going. It's going an angle like that. You're going to want to cut it about 2/3 of the way into the end of the nail, and check every once in a while, because a hacksaw, once it gets cutting, it cuts pretty quick. So about like that. That's about 2/3 of the way down. You're going to want to go in behind it, higher up. I would say about a 1/2 inch above where you just cut that groove. You're going to want to start another groove. What you're going to do is you want the groove to be in the same line up and down the nail. You don't want it like off center, because what you're going to do is you're going to take the bulk of this away behind it. because you know, if you go like this, it's not really a barb, so you actually have to cut down and take this out. This is gonna, you know, this is gonna take the most amount of time, but it's still relatively quick. So anyways, I'm not going to do the entire thing. I've done it with this one, and you can see I've cut down in behind, so this barb is very prominent here. And you can also even take a file and you can pretty it up with the file and clean it up. Okay, so we're done with the nail here. Have the barb on the front. It's going to stick good. It's pointed, sharpened, and the back has that V for the knot. So next thing you're going to do is attach the line to your bottle. Take about 20 feet or so. Cut it off. I like to use 20-pound test. Use a uni knot. You're going to want to attach your line to the bottle with a uni knot. If you don't know what a uni knot is, I actually have another video that shows how to make the uni knot. You can fast forward through it. I think the uni knot is the second knot on that video. So that's attached good to the bottle. I want to wrap that around the bottle so you've only got a couple feet left over. So you can work with it without having a big pile of line. You're going to want to take your nail that has the notch in it. You're going to use the same knot, the uni knot, to attach the line to the nail. The uni knot leaves you a nice loop and it cinches down. All you have to do is pull on it and it tightens down. Put the head of the nail there, inside the loop, tighten it down, and slide the line down so that the knot and the line comes out right there in that notch of the head of your nail. Take the excess off. Now you're going to make the cone. So take some duct tape. I like using a nice bright duct tape so you can see it if it happens to come off. Take a few inches. Now you're going to want to cut about a 3-inch strip. You're going to fold it over on itself, sticky side to sticky side, so you make a little rectangle, just like that. You're going to want to cut about a 1/2-inch strip of tape. Like that. Keep that out. You're going to want to cut about a 1/4-inch strip of tape. Keep that out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take and fold this into a cone, just like I show how to make my other darts, but this one you're using duct tape instead of construction paper. You're going to fold that up on there so it keeps a dart shape. Cut the tip off so you can slide your nail through. Slide your nail through the hole. Make sure the line's still coming out of the notch in the back of your nail. You're going to take that 1/4-inch strip of tape and you're going to start below the cone. You're going to wrap it and wrap it up the cone a little bit, nice and tight. Now remember, you have your line is coming out of your monofilament, so when you cut it to fit the pipe, make sure you don't cut your fishing line. You're going to have to redo it. Okay, I know that's not a perfect fit, so you're going to want to size it to your blowgun A very specific thing about this type of dart is you're not going to want it to fit tight in your blowgun, because you have to feed the line through with your dart. So you want it to almost slide through a little bit on its own. So trim this down so it just fits in your pipe. That's still a little too tight. Make sure to keep that line out of the way and not clip it. That should be good. Okay, it just barely wants to slide through. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to load and use the fish dart. Take whatever you're going to end you use that you shoot out of. Turn your blowgun over upside down, and you're going to want to feed your fish dart in backwards. And then what you can do is hold this to the side. You can blow the dart down in. So it just comes out the other side, and that's basically ready to shoot. You can suck the dart up, backwards, but I wouldn't recommend doing it that way. It might be a little bit faster, but so there it is. You have your dart loaded up. You have line coming out front, and you hold the bottle like this so that the line can come off it when you shoot. And this has an effective range of 10-15 feet. You use it for smaller fish, probably 5-pound or less fish. Go for a gill plate or headshot with them. They really work great for frogs too, if you like getting frogs for frog legs, because you can stay pretty far back. You can stick a frog with it and you can just pull it in. I'll show you the range. That's about 12 feet to that wall. That shot can hit right where I was aiming, didn't slow the dart down or anything, and stuck pretty good. Had to pull really hard to get it to come out, and that's in drywall. So anyways, be safe with the thing, don't shoot your friends with it, and have fun. If you like the video, if you like the dart, then like it for me. Thanks.